Good afternoon. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you for a few hours here. Sorry, I'm tired. Ugh. I've had a long day, and I didn't really get much sleep last night. And I sat up and I got caught up in the movie that I watched to go to sleep. One of the movies last night, or I guess this morning, technically, because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still just in the bed, chilling, wide awake for absolutely no reason. Just wide awake for absolutely no reason. And I'm just sitting there. Sometimes I sit there and I'm doing nothing. Sometimes I'm, watching TV or something. But I'm just wide awake for no reason. So I said, let me put on one of my movies. I know this will put me to sleep in about 5 minutes. Turned it on. Troy. Troy is the movie. One of the movies. So I turned on Troy and I got caught up in the movie. So instead of the way I normally do it, for those of you who may not know this, but first, hold on, my name is Emanuel Livingston. I am the king of talk. This is the afternoon experiment. If this is your first time, welcome. Come on in, say hello, please. Tell me where you're checking in from, please. Like if you're in Cincinnati, what neighborhood? Mount Airy. Technically, if you're in North College Hill, you're not in Cincinnati, but you know what I mean. North College Hill or Mount Healthy or wherever you are. And if you're not from the Cincinnati area, hey, I'm in Texas or Dallas, Texas. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. I'm in whatever. Let me know where you're from. All right. And one of the things that I'm the host, and one of the things that I suffer from, I experience insomnia, I guess. I just can't go to sleep sometimes. But I've learned now how to make myself go to sleep. And I'm just stubborn. I could do it at like 10 o'clock and it would still work. But I feel like I shouldn't have to do anything to go to sleep. I should just be tired, lay my A down, and go to sleep like I used to do. I don't know what happened. So now what I've learned that I can do is I can put on a movie, not just any movie. It has to be a movie, one that I like and that interests me. Two, that I've seen over and over and over and over again. Because if I put on a movie that I've never seen, I'll watch that movie because it holds my attention. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on, all that kind of stuff. But a movie that I've seen 1,000 times, I know what's going on. And for whatever reason, it stops my thoughts from racing. That's what I do. But last night, I actually watched the movie. I have to turn on the movie, close my eyes and lay down and just hear the movie. And it stops my thoughts from racing because it holds my attention. Why I got my eyes closed now, I don't know. I'm not in the bed. But I sat up and watched the movie. So I didn't actually get to sleep until around 5:30-ish. And then I had to get up at 7:30. And I'm not sleepy, but I am tired. Maybe I'll sleep well tonight. But all right, enough of that. Let's go. We got Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert Willis. Good afternoon. Miss Pittsburgh in the house. All right, good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. We got Scott Bain in the house. Says, hey there from West Walnut Hills. Speaking of Scott Bain, I'm waiting because Mrs. Livingston, she made some lasagna, and it was good. It was good lasagna. But I made this lasagna with hot smoked sausage once. You can't use just any hot smoked sausage. I know you're thinking, how is this speaking of Scott Bain? He'll understand. I used to work at a company at the time, it was called John Morrell, and they make this hot smoked sausage that's not just hot, it's very flavorful. And what I did this was years ago, I made a lasagna, and when I took the sauce, yeah, I made a meat sauce, but I ground up, like I used a cheese grater, and so I guess technically I grated the smoked sausage, the hot smoked sausage up, and then I put it in the meat sauce and kind of stirred it up and simmered it for a little bit, and the flavor got all through the meat sauce and all that. It was the best. So I'm trying to get my hands on some John, I think they're still John Morrell hot smoked sausage. But, my connect at the John Morrell plant, he says they don't really make it very much anymore. Like they don't do a run of hot smoked sausage on a regular basis anymore. So he says the next time we run it, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. So I'm like, all right. But I had to wait. But I'm telling you, if you can get your hands on some John Morrell hot smoked sausage, I mean, if you eat that kind of stuff, you got homemade with pork, it's probably not for you. But if you like a good lasagna, it's just, I know it's a hot smoked sausage, but it doesn't, if you mix it right, it doesn't add a lot of heat. It just adds an amazing flavor. So I'm waiting for that. But seeing Scott's name up there reminded me of that. How did seeing Scott's name remind you of that? None of your business. He know. Good afternoon, Lisa. Lisa, she says, hey. Robert Willis says he is checking in from Anderson Township. We got Anthony. Afternoon, Anthony, checking in from the west side. We got Reese Mooney. In the house. All right. Good afternoon, Reese. Brent Beard, checking in from Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, sir. Reese says the treadmill works for him. I'm looking at the treadmill right now. I don't know what is stopping me. What is stopping me from working out? I got a gym right here. Like I'm looking at the gym. What is stopping me from working out other than just being fat and lazy? What's stopping me from working out? I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm starting tonight. I'm starting at least on the treadmill. I'm going to do at least a half hour on the treadmill tonight. All right? I vow to you. Now, you only know if I tell you. I wouldn't lie about it. But starting tonight, at least a half hour on the treadmill. It won't put me to sleep, but I'm going to do it. Oh, Scott says he's in West Walnut Hills. Brent says the second best way to fall asleep is a whooping. The first. Yeah, but that wasn't happening last night. Anthony says, I could have went live. We could all watch the movie. Kim, good afternoon, Kim. Good afternoon. Bond Hill, she says. Bond Hill in the house. Good afternoon, Diane. Diane's checking us out from Covington. We got Covington in the house. Reese Mooney says, I used to work at John Morrell, too. Okay. All right. Vincent says, what's good, E-Man and fam? What's good? Fame says, not sure if y'all know or not, but the Reds might not lose again. That makes 11 in a row. It's baseball. It's baseball. But, okay. Let's see. Dwayne says, good afternoon, everyone from Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dwayne. Diane says, always things you like, they quit making. Well, they don't. I mean, they still make it. They just don't make it very often. They don't do a run of it very often. It's actually been a couple of months. Every once in a while, I call him and check up like, hey, bro, I thought you said you had me. And he'd be like, I do. I got you. We just ain't ran none no time soon or no time recently. I'm like, Terry Anderson, good afternoon, Terry. Vincent, checking in from Middletown. All right, we got Middletown in the house. I actually got a story about Middletown that I want to get into a little bit today, or at least I want to point out. Anthony says, you see a man's name and think about sausage? That don't sound right, E. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? We got Fame said, you talking about eating smoked sausage. We need a major pause when talking about sausage. You only need a pause when talking about sausage if that's the sausage you're talking about. Most reasonable people, when you're talking about eating hot smoked sausage, grating it and putting it in a meat sauce, I don't know how you need a pause for that, unless that's where your brain is. And then why pause? Just go ahead and give in to your inclinations. The Chinese own John Morrell. I don't know who owns John Morrell. I just know that I used to work there and the hot smoked sausage were flavorful. Tria says, hey, everybody from Columbia Township. Hey, Tria. We got, this mouse is just driving me crazy. And I'm buying a new mouse this week. Let me see. Reese says, I was once 280 pounds. Now I'm down to 189, going on 5 years. Well, congratulations. Karen says, good afternoon, everyone. West End. All right, the West End in the house. Diane says, I'm starting to have a recumbent bike at home. I got a regular, like the ones, I don't know. It's just the kind that you be doing spin classes on. It's not a recumbent bike. When I was working out, my trainer told me, don't get a recumbent bike. If you want to get a bike, I forget what he called it. I call it a sit-up bike, but I'm sure that's absolutely not what it's called. But I got one of those too. I got the bike, I got the treadmill, I got the elliptical, all sitting, I'm pointing at them. All sitting right there, available for me to just hop on at any time. But my fat ass just sitting here being fat and lazy. I got the bench, I got the free weights, I got I call it the universal gym with the leg press. It's got the additional leg press extension on it. I got everything I need. Everything. Well, almost everything. There's one or two other things that I need, but I'm not buying them until I start working out. Kenneth says, great day, great powerful people. West Side. All right. Brenda says, loving the third week of retirement from Fairfield. Oh, I didn't know you was retired. All right. Cindy Hill says, what's up? Hey, what's up? We got Pamela Kinney. Pamela Kinney checking in from North Avondale. Good afternoon. Nathaniel says, I want a good hot mint. What's up with the Queen City sausage? I've never been a fan of Queen City sausage. These John Morrell smoked sausages, hot smoked sausages that I'm talking about, taste much better than the Queen City sausages to me. Reese Mooney says, what happened to the honey buns? I'm not a honey bun fan. I don't know where y'all got the idea that I eat honey buns. Somebody else brought up stealing honey buns from Kroger, which is why we got on the whole conversation about honey buns. I'm not a honey bun guy. We got Regina. Good afternoon, Regina. Andrea. Good afternoon, Andrea. Working from downtown today. All right, downtown in the house. Who is this? Lonzo. Good day, people. Checking in from Kroger. I won't say that first thing because it'll make me mad. Tria says, Ross said hello. All right. He's obsessed with me, and it's disturbing. But I can't see the obsession on this thing here, so But his obsession is disturbing. Let me see. Peloton. It's not a Peloton, but it's that kind of a bike. Yes. Hold on. Scroll. Pamela says, great sausage. I've never seen a cook, chef, or anyone great sausage. Maybe chopped, but not great. I'm not a chef. And I grated it with a cheese grater because I wanted it to be really fine. And I didn't want to just be chomping on, smoked sausage in that way. I wanted it really fine in the meat sauce because I wanted it for the flavor. So maybe some of those chefs should take a page from my book. The elliptical will get it done quick. I'm going to use all of it, but I'm starting on the treadmill. I'm doing 30 minutes on the treadmill today, this evening, when I get home from Bible study. I'm coming down here to the gym, and I am getting on the treadmill this evening. We got Black Russian. Hello from Bond Hill. Hello. We got Kenneth says, get in shape. Them run-ups ain't good. Is E-Man. TikTok player. Oh, thank you for saying that. The shirts, I finally finalized and did all the whole color separation on the design. So, I'm going to have to figure this out. Because my plan was go to Bible study, come home. Hold on. Okay. My plan was go to Bible study, come home, reclaim some screens, let them dry, and coat them tonight. And then tomorrow, when I get off the show, print some shirts, do some test prints for the TikTok player shirts, and, do a wash test and all that kind of stuff before I run some, kind of go into production with the shirts. But that might not happen tonight because I'm doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. So I might have to push that back a day. So tonight I'll do the treadmill. After I do the treadmill, I'm going to be too tired to be reclaiming screens. So tonight I do the treadmill. Tomorrow I reclaim and coat screens. And then this is Wednesday, so that's Thursday. And then Friday I do test prints, wash testing, and all of that kind of stuff. So by Monday, on Monday, I should be, I'm not promising, by Monday I should be able to come on the show with the TikTok player shirt on. They got the design and everything. It's all ready to go. Yo, coming live from Dayton Street, a.k.a. Millionaires Row. All right. Well, good afternoon, Quinn. We got Kirkland. Get John Morrell to sponsor your show. Let me see. Shahara, she says, good afternoon, everybody. Happy hump day. Present from Mason. All right. Carolyn says, good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, Carolyn. Good afternoon. We got Shahara. I had to check because sometimes they cancel Bible study. And if they would have canceled Bible study, then I would have been able to do both the treadmill and reclaiming screens. And that would have left me enough time to reclaim, let dry, coat. I can print out the films anytime, burn the screens, and be ready to go. I would have possibly did the printing and everything tomorrow, wash testing, and then, but no, Bible study's still on. John says, those is Lindsay suck. I have no idea what that means. That sound like a Blade post. That sound like a Blade post. You know, when Blade be posting, his stuff be like really, that sound like that. Those is Lindsay suck. That sounds like a Blade post. Blade, stop making all of that. I'm not saying for sure that's you, but stop making all of the fake profiles, bro. You're not good at the whole posting thing. So it always jumps out when it's you. Reese Mooney says, good job, Victorious. You can do it. Yes, I can do it. All night long. We got Anthony. Anthony says, I don't believe you. Go live. Not going live. Not going live. Let's see. We're going to check the status of you getting on that treadmill tomorrow whenever you get back on here next. I'm doing it tonight. Half hour tonight. Half hour. At least a half hour. You never know. I might get to feeling good. Catch that second win. No. I'm tired right now thinking about the treadmill. See, that's my problem. I'm sitting here talking about the treadmill, and so now I'm thinking about getting on the treadmill, and I'm tired. Like mentally, I'm tired. Like, oh, I want to get off this treadmill. I ain't even on the damn treadmill. See, that's my problem. That's my problem. Let's see. Princess Flower says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Princess Flower. Pamela says, was the sausage cooked or straight out the package? That would seem to be hard to grate uncooked sausage. It's smoked sausage. So when you buy smoked sausage, it's cooked. I know some people don't actually know that. Some people think like when you buy hot dogs and smoked sausage and stuff like that, it's raw meat. It's not. It's already cooked. All you have to do is heat it up and eat it. The consistency, of a hot dog or a the consistency of raw smoked sausage before it's cooked is kind of like I'm going to say like a lumpy oatmeal. Like a lumpy oatmeal. So if you got a pack of smoked sausage and you open it up and it's, like sausage shaped, hot dog shaped or whatever that would be, that's cooked. You can just take that out and eat it if you want to. Cold, because it's fully cooked. Look on the package. It says fully cooked. Because they are. So yeah, it was cooked. I doubt that you've ever seen an uncooked, a raw smoked sausage. It would run through your fingers just like oatmeal. So, yeah. Carolyn says, doesn't matter when you start, just start and stay consistent. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. It felt like encouragement. I appreciate it. Vincent says, I need 3 shirts Wednesday. TikTok player. Dante says, what's up? Checking in from somewhere in North Carolina. All right. Is this the Dante? Because I don't know if y'all all are in the group Friends of the Buzz. I'm sure that's not the exact name of the group. But Brent put up some things where Dante, are you the same Dante who was saying, what was that, over a year or so ago, that you ain't no punk and you ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you? Is this that same Dante? Because I was just listening to that today. Let's see. Get a heavy bag and 2 to 5 pound weights. Go a half hour or so after the cardio. Get a heavy bag and 2 to 5 pound weights. Let's just stick with the treadmill. We're going to start just with the treadmill tonight. All right? You trying to make me have a heart attack. I told you I'm tired and I ain't even on the treadmill. And you want me to get on the treadmill for a half hour and then hit the heavy bag and that? Stop it. Stop it. You gonna make me not do it. Brenda says, I will buy a TikTok player shirt. Keisha from North College Hill. Good afternoon, Keisha. Princess Flower says, I love Bible study time. All right. Yeah, that's Blade. Yeah, come on. Come on. The way that you type your stuff, just you misspell stuff, you forget words. I mean, just come on. We all know it's you. We all know it's you. Is the afternoon experiment page still up? Yes. Yes, it is. And right now on the afternoon experiment page, there are 10 people in the afternoon experiment Facebook page. 3 people in the afternoon experiment YouTube page. And my one Twitcher, my one person on Twitch, how you doing? Can you just type in hello? Can you just type in hello? I want to see if it comes up. I want to see if it comes up in my chat over here. My one Twitch person. And I appreciate you. Tell some of your friends. Tell some of your friends about me. Carolyn says, why can't I see the post that you're reading in the chat, Emanuel? Because I'm on 5 or 6 different pages. And they don't all, people didn't like it. Like there's a feature on here where it will put everything that everybody types and it'll go in everybody will see it. But people didn't like that. People didn't like that. So I stopped doing it. That was years ago. I stopped doing it. Reese says, do it when you're tired, and that's when you get the best results on the tread. All right. Carolyn says, what? This is the afternoon experiment page, the Emanuel Livingston page. I don't know which page you're on. I don't know which page you're on. Here, let me do this. I'll put up the chat overlay so everyone can see every comment that comes in. Dante says, if you keep talking about it, you won't do it. I've committed to doing it now. And I am a man of my word. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Diane says, clear people. They eat it right out of the package. Ew, it's already cooked. It's cooked. It's done. You're just heating it up. I remember my ex-mother-in-law. We were grilling once, and she was, no, you got to cook mine all the way. I like it burnt. I don't eat no half-done pork. I was like, it was done when you bought it at the store. No, it's got to be done. I don't eat no pork that ain't done. I'm like, it is done. It's all the way done. I don't mind burning it because I like a little, charred, little char on my hot dogs and all that kind of stuff too. But it's already fully cooked. You're just heating it up. That's it. Terry says, what are we talking about today? I got a few things that I want to talk about today. So just stick with me. I'm just going through doing all of the preliminaries, all right? It gives people a chance to get in, and it gives me a chance to say hi to y'all. Like when I met LaDonna, I was like, I felt like, even though I didn't recognize her, of course, I didn't know her face. But when she told me who she was, I was like, oh, we fam. Come on. Bring it in here. Give me my hug. So this is, me letting, me connecting with y'all. Or at least I feel like a connection is being made. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Oh, I hate that mouse. Hate that mouse. Okay, Dante says he doesn't think that that's him. Carolyn want to know why I got 2 pages up. So that people can get to me. So that people can see me. You can go to one page. Some people might not want to see all of the chatter that goes on. Because some people say some really nasty stuff. They say really nasty stuff. They, try to get to me. Some people call names. People just, they just be nasty people. Like a nasty woman. But some people just be nasty. They typically are not women. They act like women. But they're typically not the women who are being nasty. It's men acting like women who typically are nasty. And some people don't want to see all of that. They don't want to experience all that negativity. So, you go to a page where the nasty people ain't. And then you can just enjoy the show. All right, now Blade is on. Blade says he needs some Purge shirts. All right. Pamela says there's 10 people over there. She said we the cool people. That is not Lincoln on Twitch. Lincoln probably has no idea what Twitch is. Oh, let's see. The only ones that don't like it are the ones that they dumb-ish and they get jumped on. I think you mean say. Okay. Let's see. Emanuel, the hell you eating raw meat? It's not raw. It's cooked. Scott, tell these people. Scott, you've seen raw hot dogs before it was cooked. What you get in the store is not raw. It's cooked. But getting people to understand that is difficult. Janice says, hey, Janice, how you doing? Let's see. So now that you met LaDonna, if she call you and need to come and pick you up, don't say, B, how you get my number? I would know how she got my number. She still don't have my number, but I know that she knows somebody that know me who has my number. So if she get my number, then I'm just calling the person that we both know. Like, why are you giving my number out, bro? What's wrong with you? But I would help her out. I would help her out. It is not raw. It's not raw. All right. So that's that. Let me see. Let me get to some stories. Hold on, I gotta do something here. Pour that out of there. Because if I leave that there, I can't look at none of my stories. Come on. Oh, I got to get a new mouse. This mouse is driving me crazy. See, I'm clicking on stuff. It won't hold the stuff that I click on. It don't want to move right. It's so annoying. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. All right. Some stories. Hold on, let me see. Let's talk about the kind of the main story that everybody's talking about. That little sub. The little search and rescue mission with the sub. Regina says you keep freezing on the experiment page. I don't know why that would be. Because it's the same feed going to all of the pages. So if it's freezing on one page, it should be freezing on all of them. Because it's the exact same feed coming from the same place. But, all right. This Titan sub, they going down to look at the Titanic, and apparently they're lost now. And They got less than 24 hours worth of oxygen and all of that kind of stuff. Apparently, that's what's going on. And I don't want to say that I don't care, because they're people, It's people. I care about people. I don't want to see nobody down there all messed up, dead, all of that frozen, and because they say it's really cold down there. I don't want to see that happen. But, hold on. Now somebody say it's freezing on YouTube. Hold on, but let me do this. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to close some stuff here. Let me close you. Quit. Maybe I'm taxing some resources. Quit. And I'm going to refresh. If I go away, I should come right back. I'm just reloading this page. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know why the Wi-Fi is on. I shouldn't be on Wi-Fi. Shouldn't be on Wi-Fi. All right, I'm going to refresh it one more time. All right. All right. So hopefully I'm not freezing anymore. And that might be why I was freezing probably on all of the pages, because I was on Wi-Fi instead of the hardwired. But I know why I was now. All right, but back to what I was saying about the people in the sub. When you do certain things, you take on certain risks. And this is one of the risks. That something bad is going to happen. Look, I hope as much as the next person that they find them. But if they don't find them, I'm not going to be all distraught. Because this is one of the risks. I mean, it's like if you're a skydiver and, your parachute don't open. Nobody's like cheering for the parachute to not open. But you decided to get in a plane, fly really high in the air, strap a parachute to your back, and voluntarily jump out of an airplane for the thrill of it. And you know that sometimes bad stuff happens when you do stuff like that. We see all of the daredevil, the people, oh, he was climbing the skyscraper. He's climbed this many skyscrapers and he fell. It's one of the risks. Oh, he's walking a tightrope 1,000 feet in the air over these 2 buildings. Oh, and he fell. It's one of the risks. So you got to know, if you're going 2 miles in the ocean, there's a risk. Something could go wrong and you won't make it back. I hope they find them. I do. I hope they find them. I hope they find them alive. Rescue them. But if they don't, it's one of the risks that you got to know that you're taking when you decide to get basically in a tube and go 2 feet underwater to what they were trying to look at, the wreckage of the Titanic. You got to know that that's one of the risks. And when you were signing waivers and stuff, you had to be thinking, ooh, yeah, they right. This could end bad. One of them took their son. Took the son, and how old was he? 17, 18, something like that. I don't remember. You gotta know that's one of the risks. Davis Denise says, or white women hiking in the woods alone. Come up missing or dead. Yeah, if you are, McConnell says 19. Yeah. If you are, like around here, you go for a hike, you're probably going to be all right. You're probably going to be all right. If you like out in California where there's mountain lions and bears and shit, and you just out hiking by yourself with a pointy stick thinking I'll be all right, a bear run up on you, a mountain lion run up on you, and even that is not as much of a risk as this. Terry says 2 miles, not feet. Did I say 2 feet? If I said 2 feet, I didn't mean 2 feet. I meant miles. But, and somebody said, I don't feel sorry for him. Carolyn says, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. I just imagine, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason would be, but for whatever reason, you said, you know what? I want to see the wreckage of the Titanic. And some dude said, hey, check it out. I got this sub. It's a little tiny sub. And basically they can drop us in the ocean and we can go down there and you can see the wreckage of the Titanic. And you like, word? And you're like, word. And you're like, all right, let's climb in here. And you pack yourself in. I saw them sitting there. They ain't packed like that, but it's not comfortable. Like they can't stand up. You know what I'm saying? So you pack yourself in and you go to see the wreckage of the Titanic. And you like, man, this is pretty cool. Like I'm in the ocean. It's pitch black dark down here. You can't see nothing. We got lights. I'm about to see the Titanic. And then you like, I don't know how you come to the realization that basically we lost. They can't get us up. We in a bad situation. And it's cold in a mug. We got on blankets and stuff. We ain't got that much food because we didn't plan on being down here for days. So we hungry, we cold, we sitting in, feces. Because they've been down there, since Saturday? Saturday or Sunday? Either way, somebody had to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It's natural. So you packed in that little sub with little to no food or water, and they got to use the bathroom. That's one of the risks. It's one of the risks. But I hope they find them. If they don't, I'm not heartbroken, but I'm like, oh, that's too bad. I feel about the same way as I feel when I see stories about some tightrope walker falling off. When I see stories about some of these rogue guys who, like they do base jumping and something go wrong. They trying to base jump off of a mountain with like a little parachute they hold in their hand and something happened and they, kind of plummet to the ground and don't make it. Somebody who climb a building and, with no safety equipment or anything like that, just freehand climb a building. And then, one day they fall. Oh, that's terrible. But what was you doing climbing a building? You know what I'm saying? That's where I am. Like, why? I don't, what I'm saying? And they pay $250,000 a piece, according to what I read. They pay $250,000 a piece. I mean, it's, the dude that owned the joint is down there with him. And this hole, they got 24 hours worth of oxygen, less than 24 hours worth of oxygen. They're saying, just so y'all know, that is best case scenario. There's actually a chance that they got much less, and maybe they're already out of oxygen. One of the experts was saying that. How long was the trip to see the wreckage supposed to take? I don't really know. It wasn't supposed to take days. So you got to figure, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we down here in a few hours. Oh, the Titanic, the wreckage. Oh, that's terrible what happened to that boat. All right, can we go back? And they like, all right, can we go back? And they like, no. We got a problem. What you mean we got a problem? We got a problem. We stuck. We supposed to be going back up, right? Yeah, but something bad happened. What we doing? I don't know. Just try to bang on the side of the tube and maybe they'll hear you. And they're saying the banging wasn't necessary. They're actually reclassifying it, not as banging. They say they didn't hear banging. They're saying we heard noises. Because they said banging kind of puts the idea that there were humans making that noise. But we heard noises, which could have or could not have been humans. We don't know what the noises were that were heard. So it don't look good for them. It don't look good for them. But I hope they find them. But again, like I said, if they don't, what the hell was you doing in the sub trying to see the wreckage of the Titanic? So I'm an explorer. I walk on the edge. Well, you fell off the edge. And that's one of the risks. One of the risks. Yeah. It's a worst case scenario. It's Gilligan's Island type stuff. Well, except for they're not landing in an island. They say that they are searching the area, the search area. It was, they say, like twice the size of Connecticut. That's a lot of area. And I don't understand. And I'm saying I don't understand. Like it wasn't tethered to nothing. Nothing. Like it don't have. It's not like a sub. Like, oh, we can just drive it around and, zip back up. It's very limited. Like, man, y'all need to put a string on here. You know what I'm saying? Something so that if something happened, just crank me in or something. I don't know how all that stuff works, which is why you won't see me trying to go to the bottom of the daggone ocean. El Ball says, so what's the issue? They can't locate them or they're too far down to detect. Well, those are both kind of the same issue. They can't locate them, maybe because they're too far down to detect. Or what? Bottom line is, they have no idea where they are. They have no idea where they are. And I mean, if you in the sub, freaking out ain't gonna help you. Freaking out ain't gonna help you. You just in there. And you just got to, I think you just kind of had to know it's probably over. You at that point, you decide what you believe and act accordingly. Like, do I believe in a God, a creator? If you do, you better talk to him and get right with him. If you're like, I don't believe in none of that kind of stuff, well, we just all here. Then all right, you better come to grips with you not about to be here much longer. You believe in the heaven and hell, you better start asking for forgiveness and repent. Like, I'm sorry, I'll never do that stuff again. Give it a shot. It's the worst that can happen. Then whatever you believe in, you gotta make a decision what you believe in and act accordingly. Nate want to know, should somebody go to jail if they don't make it out alive? Who? Who is there to go to jail? Like the dude who owned the thing? He down there. He down there. Now, maybe if he was like, you know what I'm saying? I create a sub. It's Emanuel's sub to the bottom of the ocean. And I'm like, come on, y'all, just give me $250,000 and you can go see the bottom of the ocean. And y'all like, why not always want to see the bottom of the ocean? So, sure, here's some money. So, all right, there's the sub. Go ahead, get in. And then we're going to dump y'all in the ocean. Like, you ain't coming? Hell no, I ain't coming. I mean, no. You know, I have to monitor things from up here. If that were the case, then yeah, I should go to jail. But if I'm like, come on, y'all get in with me, and then we all go down there, who is there left to go to jail? I mean, I'm sure there's investors and all that kind of stuff, but they ain't running things. So I know they using a whole lot of resources. They're using a lot of resources to find these people. And I get, look, if I was down there, I would want every person, every nation, every scuba diver, every submarine, every warship, every search and rescue ship. I want the Coast Guard, the Marines, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Space Force. I want everybody searching for me. Call in the French and Canada, Russia, Japan, anybody with a boat. You know what I'm saying? Come and look for me. If that's me. Now, on the other hand, how much in terms of resources do you commit to this? In terms of resources, how much do you as a country, as a nation, commit to this? You're probably talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars in resources just over the past few days. To find, 5 of them? To find 5 people who call themselves living on the edge. I don't know. Hold on, I can't see the name on there. Is that, hold on. Jeanette Stevens. Hold on, let me make this bigger so I can actually see stuff. That's much better. Jeanette Stevens says, I know where the Titanic was at, so why can't they find them? Because they probably not sitting right on top of the Titanic. That thing done probably floated away. It's done floated away. And they just chilling like, where we going? Wherever the tide take us. But again, if it were me, commit all the resources in the world to finding me. It ain't me, though. I'm like, that's a lot of resources to commit to finding 5 people who are where they wanted to go. The bottom of the ocean. Potentially. Denise Devine says, praying, hope they are found in time. Horrible way to die. I'm not really sure that it's the most horrible. You didn't say it's the most horrible way, but my understanding is, they're going to run out of oxygen, right? And this is just my understanding of the way it happened. I could be totally wrong because I've never run out of oxygen in that type of scenario. But basically, they're going to pass out. Ain't going to be no oxygen. They're going to pass out and then just never wake back up. And not so, you know what I'm saying? There are worse ways to go. There are worse ways to go. Let's see. I know this is trending, but are you going to discuss anything else? Like the video of those kids robbing, looting a McDonald's during the Juneteenth celebration is what the headline read. Let me discuss whether or not let me think about whether or not I'm going to discuss something else. I'll let you know in a little bit. Preston says, or did I miss the real interesting discussion? There's very rarely ever interesting discussions going on here, Preston. Let's see. Go get him on my scooter. So ironic they're going down in the deep Black Sea to see a sunken ship with people who died thinking their ship was invincible, and they're doing the same thing and may face the same tragedy underwater. Yeah. Jerica says, because you have firsthand knowledge of what it looks like to die due to lack of oxygen. Well, I thought I was real clear when I said, I don't really know. I'm no expert, but I believe this is what I think. I thought I was real clear about that. Did I say maybe, because, I know I say stuff and I don't be remembering. Like, did I say, look, by the way, I have firsthand knowledge of what it looks like to die due to lack of oxygen. So let me tell you exactly what's going to happen to them. Did I say that? If I said that, I apologize. I meant to say, I'm just telling you what I believe from some previous experience that I won't necessarily get into. But I apologize, Jerica, if I mistakenly said I had firsthand knowledge and not the exact opposite and then reiterated it a few times. I apologize. Where's Superman? I remember that episode. He went down there and he pulled the little thing and Lois Lane was in that. I remember that episode. Anthony says, it isn't painful, but it sure as hell will F with you with your mental, knowing you taking your last breath. Yeah. Quintano says Trennis is on the way in his boat. But yeah, no, that's where I am on that. I hope they find them. I do. I hope they find them. It don't look good. I hope they find them alive. And then hopefully they'll never do anything like this again. Hopefully. Let me see what else I got. I got a few more stories. Oh, I got to talk about the big stuff. Got to talk about the big stuff first. Hunter Biden. Just roll with me for just a moment. Just a moment. Hunter Biden. Hold on, let me see. I have that story. Where is the Hunter Biden story? No, here. Hunter Biden. Stop it. Will plead guilty. This is Joe Biden's son. He'll plead guilty to federal tax offenses, but avoid full prosecution on a separate gun charge in a deal with the Justice Department that likely spares him time behind bars. Hunter Biden, who's 53, will plead guilty to the misdemeanor tax offenses as part of an agreement made public on Tuesday. The agreement will also avert prosecution on a felony charge of illegally possessing a firearm as a drug user, as long as he adheres to conditions agreed to in court. All right. That's really the whole story. And I know people are making a huge deal about it. You know, some people are doing, I told y'all, oh, Hunter Biden. So what? So what? I'm not here to defend Hunter Biden. Like I said earlier, he did some bad stuff. Apparently he got caught. He had to plead guilty and suffered a punishment for it. But how many of y'all out there voted for Hunter Biden for anything? Hunter Biden is some dude. He just some dude. So what? I'm not going to defend him. Like, you could call in, you could send him messages if you want to. But what about Hunter Biden? We got him. Okay, you got him. So, I don't care. So, well, how do that affect me in any way, shape, or form? It don't. Probably somebody else on Tuesday, somewhere else in the country, pleaded guilty to not paying their taxes. Probably. Possibly. So, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's the whole Hunter Biden story. Let's see. Oh, we want to talk about people shooting people and doing bad stuff. Let's talk about people doing bad stuff for a minute. Go here. Yes, thank you. Woman shot in the head in Middletown. Dies days later. I know this ain't the stuff. This ain't the bad stuff y'all want to talk about. But they got the guy. They got the guy who did it. Richard Shelby was arrested on June 11th after Middletown police say he shot Sierra Kane. Yeah, they got him. She was shot June 11th in the 2100 block of Howard Avenue. A detective was notified on June 16th that she had died. That's the guy who they say did it. All right. I'm going to guess that ain't what some people want to talk about, right? Because it's other people who did some bad stuff. We want to talk about those other people who did bad stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's crazy. It's no big deal to you, but you talk about Trump for years. What position in the government does or has Hunter Biden held or hold? Hold on. Oh, you talked about the president of the United States for years, but not this guy who holds no office. You don't see how one will get more attention than the other? You genuinely don't understand that? Is that what you're telling me? You don't understand how people will be more focused on the president of the United States than some guy? That sounds weird. That sounds weird. If they want to say the justice system is slanted, I'll say yes, it is. Because absolutely nothing has happened to Trump's children's offenses. Uh-oh. You're talking about him the past 2 years, and he isn't the president. You're right. Because some guy versus the former president of the United States of America. You hold on. Are you genuinely trying to convince me that you don't understand why people might discuss the former president of the United States of America committing criminal acts more than some guy? You're really trying to convince me that you don't understand that? Really? Genuinely? Genuinely. Because here's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. If Barack Obama was right now sitting under 2 indictments, we would probably be talking about that shit. We'd probably be talking about that shit, you know? It sounds reasonable to me. I can't believe you don't understand. You just playing with me. You just playing with me. You silly. You silly. People still talk about Nixon. He ain't been president for decades. He just playing. He just playing with us. He just playing with us. According to the White Lion who called Mr. Ware show today, Hunter Biden is being charged, and Lil Wayne is walking free for being a felon in possession of a firearm. It was very informative. Hold on. You capped for him when the public was informed of his corruption and downplayed it. Of whose corruption? Some guy? I don't care. Let me ask you this. Simple question. What did you vote for Hunter Biden to become? I don't care. I don't care. He's not an elected official. He's not someone of some great importance. I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. Now, I'm not saying he's like nobody, because he's the son of the president. So he has some level of notoriety, which is why his case makes the news. I'm all right with that. It make the news. All right. Okay, and so what? But the Middletown guy, there you go, shooting, that's horrible. That's horrible. Any comments about that? What does that say about people in Middletown? What does that say about people in his community? A guy shot a woman in the head, killing her. What does that say about his community? About his people? About his race? Nothing. It says he committed a criminal act. He got caught. He's going to be prosecuted. If he's found guilty, he's going to be punished. That's it. It says nothing else about any of that other stuff. Nothing else. Hold on. Preston said that he saw a story about what? Kids doing what during Juneteenth, Preston? What was the story you said that you saw? You said you saw a story about kids doing something on Juneteenth. I wanna pull that up, but I want to find it. I didn't see the story. Hold on. Robbing and looting a McDonald's during a Juneteenth celebration. Let me look that up. Young people rob McDonald's during Juneteenth. All right. Hold on, let me find this out. Come on, pull up the story. Police are on the hunt for a group of teens who looted a McDonald's at Los Angeles on Monday. Young men were seen throwing chairs and kicking food displays as staff take cover. The park hosted a Juneteenth celebration the day of the incident. Footage taken on a cell phone shows people screaming as the teens begin their rampage at the restaurant. One teen is seen picking up a chair as a McDonald's employee runs to hide in the staff area. And hold on, let me see if I can get this story so we can see the video, because I know we're going to have some like really good commentary on this. Let's see. Where's the video? Watch the full video. Let's watch the full video. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Do that there. Watch the video. Commercial. Hold on, I'm pulling up the video and we're going to watch the video. Hold on. Go here.
Not even see. Oh, they taking the register. Let go. I got the register. I took the register. This nigga took the register. He stole the cash register. He stole the cash.
All right. So that's the big story. That's bad. Kids did some bad stuff there. They were wrong. If they get caught, they should be prosecuted. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. It's bad. Those young children were out of line. I don't really have nothing else to say about that. It's bad. They were wrong. You shouldn't be violent. You shouldn't steal stuff. Anything else? Anything else? I don't have some great commentary on it other than to say they were wrong. Those children, those young people should not have done what we just saw them do on camera. Hopefully they catch them and hold them accountable. And hopefully they learn a lesson from it. Hopefully they catch them and they learn a lesson from it. I know Preston brought it up. So, Preston, what thoughts do you have on it? What thoughts do you have on it? Because, other than that, I don't know what else to say. Where is your white kids video committing crime in your defense to what happened? I don't think anyone has to defend what happened. It was wrong. You don't need to defend what happened. It was wrong. So that's it. What is because this is what I think happens sometimes, which is why I don't mind playing that. Here's the way that I see it. Some people did some stuff wrong. I see it. I say it's wrong. I say if they catch them, they should have to suffer the consequences for their actions, and hopefully they learn a lesson. That's not defending what they did. That's not defending what they did. It's just saying that what should happen. I don't have a defense for what they did. Now, here's what I will say. Here's what I will say. If people are trying to say that this is somehow some horribly heinous act because it was black kids on Juneteenth, I say no, it would be the same degree of hyenicity if it happened today and it was white kids. Or if it happened next week and it was Mexican kids. Or if it happened in September and it was Asian kids. Look, no matter what y'all want to do, I am not here to defend bad behavior by anybody. Y'all not putting me in that position. I refuse to be in that position. I don't defend bad behavior. See, and this is what people get confused about. People get confused about this. You say, okay, them black kids, did you see what they did over there when it was Juneteenth and they ransacked the McDonald's? You see what them black kids did this, and they animals. Because that's typically where it goes. They animals, and the community need to step up and make that not happen in the community, this and this and that. And that's where it sounds like I'm defending bad behavior, but I'm really not. All I'm really saying, when I get into this and people confuse it for defense, I'm saying white kids do bad stuff too. Are they animals? When they do bad stuff, are they animals? Or we're not talking about white kids. We talking about them black kids. No, we're talking about kids doing bad stuff. Those kids did something bad. And me asking to use the same level of judgment against black kids as you would use against white kids, as you would use against Latino kids, as you would use against Asian kids, as you would use against any kids, is not defending their actions. But people like to be so hard on black kids. They was wrong. They was wrong. I don't know what else to say. Wrong is wrong. So, thank you for the story. Some people, man, just want overkill when it comes to black people committing crimes, but downplay the same crime committed by another race. Exactly. Crime is crime. I just showed you an instance of white on white crime. At least I believe that the victim was white. He shot her in the head and she died. Nobody was clamoring to hear a take on that. It's something bad that happened. He got caught. He'll be prosecuted. If he's found guilty, he'll face the punishment. And the difference, of course, is I could see if that was a black dude in a black neighborhood shooting a black woman in the head and she died. People, oh, see, and it's evil. And what about when, where was the community when he did this? How the community just gonna let, no, it's a dude did some bad stuff. And Blade says, excuse. What excuse did I make? See, that's saying bad is bad, no matter who committing the bad, is an excuse. How did I excuse their bad behavior? What did I say that could possibly be looked at as an excuse for their bad behavior? Nothing. But, I'm not going hard enough on them. Hold on. Did anybody say that I was making excuses for the white guy who shot somebody in the head? What did I say? He was wrong. He caught. He'll be prosecuted. If he's convicted, he'll get his sentence. Is that an excuse? But these is black people. This was Juneteenth. Where was they mamas? Where was the community? How is we letting this happen? How is our community letting it? Our community didn't let nothing happen. I agree that young people, their parents, should be held somewhat accountable. That's the way it was when I was coming up. If I went and bust somebody's window, they was probably coming. I never did. But they was probably coming to my house and saying to my mama and my daddy, y'all got to pay for that window. And my mom and daddy couldn't say, I didn't bust no damn window. No, it was your son busted a window. You got to pay for it. By the way, neither of my parents talk like that. I don't know where that came from. Blade is doing double duty. Blade is posting as John Davison and as Booth. Bro, stop. You driving yourself crazy. What did you got? You got two phones. You on a phone and a computer. And so I'm going to say this is Booth. And I'm going to say this is Blade. And that's too much work. That's too much work. Plus, you're not fooling nobody. You say who was Blade, put a space, and then a period. It should be a no space and a question mark. You're the only one who make those kind of errors when you post stuff. You just post this. Just pick one. Pick one and be that person. Who is Blade? You! Or at least one of your many personalities. And no space and a question mark and not a period. But all right, that was that story. Let me see. I got a few more stories. Let me see. What is this one? Oh, the man who set his father's girlfriend on fire. Y'all remember that story? It was like Fairfield Township or something. She passed away. And so now he has been indicted for aggravated murder. And again, if he did it, he should suffer the consequences. That's bad. But setting people on fire is typically not a good thing. It's bad. And if he's convicted, oh, somebody, you just tried to call. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't even pull up the phones today. Ah, stop it. This mouse is making me mad. I'm buying a new mouse tomorrow. Tomorrow. New mouse. And I got to get a mouse pad. Hold on. Let me get the phones up. Phones. You go there. All right. I see where you called. You can call back now. You can call back now. And I'll see and answer the phone. All right. Blade. Blade?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, man, why you keep on accusing me of things?
Bro, stop it. That is you. It's you all day, and we all know it. Let's just not even do the charade. What did you call to talk about?
I don't appreciate you accuse me of things when you have no proof and no evidence. Hey, man, I understand your point, but black people have been brainwashed to think a certain way. You saying it's okay for people to do things, so you believe no right or wrong. So when do we get our people back on track?
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Just clear.
Go ahead.
Hold on, just clarify for me. When did I say that I don't believe in right and wrong?
You haven't said anything right or wrong.
But you just said that I don't believe in right and wrong.
You don't.
I just said on a number of occasions. Hold on. The dude who shot the woman in the head in Middletown and killed her. I said that was wrong. The dude that set the person on fire, killing them. I said that was wrong. The kids who went in and ransacked the McDonald's and stole the cash register and basically robbed the store. I said that was wrong. How does that equal not believing in right and wrong?
Okay. You're good the way you talk, but what's the solution to get our black young people back on track? Why are we making excuses and sympathizing with what they're doing? When you was growing up, did you do things like that?
Well, hold on. I'm going to answer your question, but you got to tell me something first.
You know I ain't talking about the murders.
No. When did I sympathize with them doing bad?
You talking about, well, they did what's wrong, and if we make some kind of judgment, we being hard on our people.
That's not what I said. See, I don't know that you listening. What I said is wrong is wrong.
I do listen.
Wrong is wrong,
That's
whether no matter your race or whatever. So if you looking at these black kids and saying that what they did was wrong, then looking at people of other races when they do wrong, you should judge them, use that same measuring stick to judge them. That's it. That's not sympathizing with them. That's saying to y'all,
well,
they're no different than anybody else.
Murder is not the same judgment stick as somebody going in and tearing up somebody's business. So that's different. What? I would think. Okay, they wrong. Now what? What should be done?
I don't know. You tell me. No, you asked me. Let me tell you. Here's what should be done.
No,
here's what should be done.
Yeah.
They should try to find out who these people were. They should catch them. They should hold them and their parents accountable, whatever that looks like. And hopefully those young people will learn a lesson having to deal with the punishment for the crime that they committed. That's what should be done.
Now you're being sarcastic.
How is that sarcastic? That is straightforward. That's what should happen.
Because on one hand, we talking about it take a village. So when the village come together and do something to them, then there's a problem. So which one is it? Is it going to take the village to get the young people back on track? Or are we going to sympathize and make excuses for them because they black and white people doing stuff too?
Again, I need you to tell me what excuses I made.
Excuse me?
What excuse did I make?
You saying they done what they done and that's it.
No, I said it was wrong. I said it was wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
And I said that they should be caught. I did finish it. They should be caught and they should be held accountable. I said all of that at the beginning.
Then after that, what held accountable in what way?
If whatever way is the legal way. Like if the dude that stole her cash register, busted open, that, like somebody pointed out, that could be a felony. Like, so if whatever the punishment is for going in and robbing a McDonald's, that's the punishment that person should get.
If they should go to jail, get a smack on the wrist.
If the punishment is jail, they should go to jail. Whatever the punishment is that fits the crime, they should get that punishment.
Okay, on to the next one. And then you make an excuse about the president's son, the crackhead.
What excuse did I make? I said he violated the law. He got caught. The prosecution was there. He took a plea deal, and he'll have to suffer the consequences for his actions. How is that making an excuse? Maybe you don't understand what excuses are.
What consequences are he suffering? Because if he was black, he'd be locked up.
That's not necessarily true.
They should treat him like he's black and throw the book at him. He's the son of the president, the highest office in the land, and he's smoking crack with hookers and buying guns. Come on, man.
Come on, what?
He should be under the jail.
They don't put people under jails. They don't put people under jails.
Selling crack, lying about a gun. This the gun itself. That's 5 years.
He should be prosecuted, which there's a prosecution, and many times when people are prosecuted, they get a deal, a plea deal, which he got, just like anybody else might get, and he'll have to suffer whatever they came up with in the plea deal. He'll have to deal with those consequences. How is that making an excuse?
Hey, man, I'm trying to get you back to the old E-Man, this liberal E-Man right here, man.
What is liberal? Oh, my God.
Your judgment is slanted. You begin to sound like Lincoln. Peace out, bro.
All right. That's not logical or reasonable. I'm sorry. When you say this, somebody do something wrong, and you look at it and you say, that's wrong, they should be held accountable and have to deal with whatever that punishment that comes with that crime is. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. And I don't know what do you want me to say? You want me to call them animals? You want me to say they should be punished worse than anybody else? You want me to say that the community is no good? You want me to say that black people are worse than others? But I'm not saying any of that. People are people. And if you do something wrong, and I call it wrong, that's not making an excuse. Hold on. Here we go. Show it. E-Man trying to act like he is a normal person and not tied to Joe Biden's corruption. Oh, hold on. Got a call coming in. Let's get the call in. Caller.
It's Jason. I'm using my other phone.
Hey, how you doing?
Absolutely did not want you to turn on the phone so Blade could jump in front of me. Because that was just not. I had to wait 5 minutes during his nonsensical rant, and I didn't hear him come up with no solutions himself. And I hate when people ask what's the solution and they ain't got shit to say. But anyway, I want to say thanks again for them shirts. I appreciate it.
No problem.
He threw me all off. I was that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna ask you a couple questions.
All right.
You would say that this is more of like a place for black folks to come. Everybody's welcome, but it's more of a place for black folks to come and get the news and stories, right?
Sure.
So all the black people listening, why are they so hyped up and ready to down ourselves? Like, that's all I've been hearing for the messages. Like, everybody's just down on us. Like, they give you, did you see the black folks acting up on Juneteenth? But did you see all the other videos of the people who wasn't acting up on Juneteenth? And by the way, that's firmly a fake holiday in my eyes. It's Democratic pandering and meaningless symbolism. But they didn't show any of the hundreds of thousands of positive videos. They want to talk about the negative videos on y'all's holiday because I don't celebrate it because I'm not a federal employee and I had to go to work. And they told me I'm not getting time and a half.
Well, here is my thing with regard to that. Look, people, if we're going to say black people doing bad stuff on Juneteenth is some special kind of bad, let's see what happens on the 4th of July. And let's see, does anyone commit a crime on the 4th of July? If a white person commits a crime on the 4th of July, is that a special kind of bad? Or is it just bad that happened to happen on the 4th of July?
You talking about that dude in Middletown. Did you see his mug shot?
Yes.
It looked like he put up a little struggle and they wasn't having it, didn't it?
It looked like he got roughed up a little bit. It looked like he got roughed up. I'm not against police. I mean, I'm not for police roughing people up. So when I see stuff like that, I don't like it. Police, your job is to arrest people. You're only supposed to use the amount of force necessary to effect the arrest. You're not supposed
what
to
if he was ready to scuffle?
You're only supposed to use the amount of force necessary to effect the arrest. You're not supposed to be out there punishing people.
It looked like he used excessive force in trying not to be arrested. But back to the black folks who don't know not to call their own news sources and down each other. They should be asking themselves, how come all the white murders get swept up under the rug on the news? Because do you remember the Pike County murders where them two families basically massacred each other?
Well,
and it made national news?
Yeah, that was clearly not swept under the rug, though. Like, I got tired of seeing coverage of that.
But they don't cover it like they should. They went to trial. What was the final verdict and all that? Or are they still going to trial?
Well, I know that the
old murder case.
Yeah, the one trial happened, and they carried it live on TV. So on that one, they covered the mess out of that one.
Oops, bad example on my part.
Yeah.
I was looking for the rest of them though.
Yeah. No, I feel
it wasn't like it was one murderer.
Right, and I understand what you're saying, and somehow it didn't turn into a commentary on how bad white on white crime is, or a commentary on how the community needed to step up and do something about it, or, any of these other commentaries that when black people commit a crime, it turns into all of these other things. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime, and where was the community, and how could this, and why was drugs, why are they on drugs anyway, and all that kind of stuff. It didn't turn into any of that kind of stuff. It was, these crimes happened, these are the people who we think did it. We're going to prosecute them. They're going to be found guilty. They're going to go to jail, and we're going to get closure for the families. That was what it turned into, and how black stuff turned into all of these other social commentaries. That's what bothers me.
Me too. And I'm quite frankly, I'm sick of it. Like, it don't matter if we the victims of a crime or we did the crime. First thing, if you a victim, 22 years ago, he jaywalked, so he probably had it coming. Like, damn, I've been murdered. Like, why are you bringing up my jaywalker from 22 years ago? That's the type of people, I've been in the mood today. But just listening to you read the people's comments and listen to them talk, it's like, oh my God, like, what are y'all, Fox News bots? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you on your own radio show. Just like dude called in to ramble on with no solutions. Like, you don't have no solution? What's your solution? Stop asking people what their solution is and put your solution out there. It's real easy because I think they should bring back programs like the CCY. And believe me, I was a troubled youth, and that program kept my ass out the frying pan. So they should bring programs like that back in full force instead of that whole bullshit. That's what else. I didn't get to call you the other day. When the city of Cincinnati decided they were going to apologize and not do anything monetarily or for the benefit of those people that they displaced to build that highway, it pissed me off on 3 levels. But the one is Cincinnati always trying to get on the news, and they basically doing the same thing as San Francisco to try to get on the national media level. But what San Francisco said is we actually going to pay out. Cincinnati, like you said, dude, asked the question at the end of this press conference. Who let this nigga in here? And that pisses me off about the city. Like, y'all want to do all this bullshit pandering, but you don't want to do nothing. Like you said, you can tell me who the descendants of them people were, and you could pay them what their property would be worth today, which would be a buttload of money the way they jacked up that downtown real estate. So are you going to do that? No. We might apologize again, and we might do a shuck and jive when it's time for you to vote for me next term. But anything monetary, no. And I'm sick of symbolism. And that's all I really had to say. I'm very sick of symbolism and Democrats pandering and not doing shit. I want to see results. And other black people should want to see results too.
All right.
And that's it.
Hey, Jason,
Thanks.
I appreciate your call.
All right.
And I understand the frustration. I appreciate the call and I understand the frustration. I don't think I don't know. I'm hearing some people say, hey, look, the apology was just the first step. You got to start somewhere. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't know. B-Rab, I see you called in, but I was on the line with Jason. You can call back. You can call back. I only got one line. So I can't, put you on hold and all that kind of stuff. I got one line. So you can call back. Y'all know I like to deal with the nonsense. B-Rab says, black people are the ones who complain about the black on black crime and ask for help. You not from the hood to hear these complaints. You're right, I'm not from the hood. I just grew up in the hood and currently live in the hood, but I'm not from the hood. But, I think black people complain about crime and nothing being done about it. I think that's what I hear black people complaining about. Again, I told the story about the drug dealer right across the street from my house. I contacted the police. Nothing was done. So I think that's what people understand. It's not an issue of, quote, black on black crime. It's an issue of crime. And people don't want crime in their neighborhoods. People don't want crime in their neighborhoods. I wouldn't want a white dude across the street selling drugs. Just like I didn't want the white people across the street buying it. So when you hearing people complain about black on black crime, some of that is, I'm going to say, kind of brainwashing. Some of that is a little bit of brainwashing. White people don't want crime in their neighborhoods either. We don't label it white on white crime, but it's white on white crime a lot of times. And they don't want crime in their neighborhoods either. But they deal with it a little differently. And they, a lot of their neighborhoods, or some of their neighborhoods have more resources. But there are poor white neighborhoods as well, across America, that deal with white on white crime. And they don't like crime in their neighborhood either. But it just doesn't get labeled the same way. Jack says 1 line, 2, maybe 3 callers. That's very true. I don't get a lot of callers. I think that was supposed to be an insult, but facts are facts. I'm not insulted by the facts. Anthony says, never hear anyone saying aren't white people doing anything about white cats kill whole families because the wife wanted a divorce. Walter says, the black community is like Charlie Brown going to kick a field goal and Lucy pulls it away. We fall for the okie doke all the time. And that's a lot of what I try to do is, first, I try to have a little fun. Second, I try to get people to think a little bit outside of the way that we've been taught that we're supposed to think about stuff. And you don't necessarily have to agree with me or think about it the way that I think about it. But try to at least start thinking about, why do you believe the stuff that you believe? Where did you get those ideas from? Well, I just came up with them on my own. A lot of times we don't. A lot of times we hear it and we don't really think all that much about it. It made a little sense right then, and so we accept it and we roll with it. But if we sit down and think about it and parse it out the way that people say that basically I shouldn't do, you splitting hairs, Emanuel, you this and that. I'm trying to think it through. And I want us to stop buying into the idea that black people are better than anybody else. Black people are people. Some bad black people. Some black people are bad hombres. Ain't that what? Who was talking about bad hombres? Was that Trump? Some black people are bad. But our bad ain't necessarily worse than they bad. Like even Blade when he called in, like, oh, you talking about two different things. Basically what he was saying was, what the white guy did ain't all that bad. He only shot somebody in the head. I mean, you talking about murder. But the black kids, oh, they went in that McDonald's and they kicked some stuff and threw some food and stole some money. Now that's some bad stuff. Really? Shooting somebody in the head is not as bad as ransacking a McDonald's. I actually think the shot in the head is probably a little worse. And Blake says I'm too liberal. I don't think, Blade, I really genuinely don't believe that you know what it means to make an excuse for something. I don't think I've made excuses for other than myself. Like, I don't work out. And that wasn't even really making excuses. That was just telling the truth because I'm fat and lazy. I said, well, I don't work out because I don't have access to them, right? I don't work out because no one's taught me. Then I might be making excuses. I haven't made any excuses today. I haven't made any excuses. I've called wrong. That's not making an excuse. And I would love it if we would do more of that. All right, I'm not going to dwell on this for too long. Let me see. Kamala Harris claims that her goddaughter's friends are basing their college choices on state abortion laws. Yeah, Kamala Harris says that the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, she says, was shocking, and it has her goddaughter's friends basing their choice of colleges on which states limit abortion. And I kind of understand, I kind of understand what she's saying, but that's kind of disturbing to me as well. And look, I know my view on abortion is different than a lot of other people's view on abortion. My view on abortion is different than a lot of other people's view on abortion. I think abortion is wrong. I think abortion is murder. So my view is different. And even the reason that they're basing those decisions, according to Vice President Harris, the reason that they're basing those decisions, I think might be a little different. And that's what's disturbing to me. I don't think you should be planning to have an abortion or planning to potentially have an abortion. I don't think that you should be doing that. You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to go to college, but I'm going to do a lot of effing while I'm in college and I might end up pregnant and need an abortion one day. So I need to go to a college in a state where it's legal for me to have an abortion. What? What? Because that's the way look. I'm not a woman. I've never been a woman. I don't identify as a woman. But that's kind of what women. Am I wrong? Because that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. That would be like me saying, you know what? I want to go to college, but I want to go to college in a state where, they don't punish rapists all that bad. What? Yeah. What are you planning on? But no. But I just, you never know what might happen. Like, come on. Come on. So you're thinking in these 4 years, I might get an abortion? Or am I off base? Women, ladies, when you thought about going to college, was the idea of where you, like, I might not go there because abortion ain't legal there? Like, is that a thing? Like, for real, is that a thing? Was that a thing for you? And if so, what is that saying? What is that saying? It's saying something. It's saying something. Not 100% sure what. I know if my daughter was going to school and my daughter said, well, Dad, I've narrowed it down to a few colleges, but I think I'm going to eliminate those because abortion is not legal in those states. I would have to ask, like, is this a principled stance? Like, I don't want to go and support a state that doesn't value the right of women to choose what to do with their bodies. Or is this hey, you never know. I might end up pregnant and I want to be able to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one it is. But that's what she says. Harris mentioned her own goddaughter telling her that her friends are researching which states have strict abortion bans and those that don't in order to make a decision on which college to attend. That's problematic to me. That's problematic to me. I don't know that I want to discuss that. What is this one? No, I already discussed that. What is this one? I kind of discussed that. Somebody asked the guy who set his, because the guy who set the woman on fire, who's now facing charges for her murder. Somebody said, was it white or black? He's black. He's black. And I would say, ladies, and this might not be fair. This might not be fair, but let me put it like this. If I'm out there single and I get a girlfriend, I'm not moving in with no woman who got a grown man living with her. But that's my son. Your 23-year-old son still live at home. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's a bad thing, but I'm not putting myself in that mix. Your 23-year-old son still live at home. I'm not moving in with you. And women, y'all might want to make that same consideration. Y'all might want to make that same consideration. It's like, oh, baby, I love you. Won't you move in? You know what I'm saying? We can do this. I got a key for you. You got a key for me? Yeah. Well, my son still live with me. How old is your son? 12, 15, 23. Okay, I'll keep the key, but yeah, I'm not moving in. No. And again, I'm not saying that there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you got a son that's trying to do something or whatever, because one of the things I think that sometimes people do is they put their kids off. They put their kids out the house too soon. And I think you as a parent, you should be there as a buffer. Because, you know what I'm saying? They need a buffer between I'm a kid and I'm an adult. I'm a kid and I'm an adult. And sometimes once I start, as they say now, once I start adulting, I might make some mistakes. And so I might have to run back. You know what I'm saying? I might need a little help. Like, I lost my apartment or whatever. I need to come in. Can I get the old bedroom back? Like, all right, you can stay here. You got 6 months to find yourself a new place or a new job or a new situation or whatever. Or, no, you can stay here until you get yourself together and you're ready to go out there and do the damn thing. I'm not even against that. I am saying, I don't care how responsible he is. He could hold 6 jobs and have been the citizen of the week 4 times in a row. If your 23-year-old son live with you, I'm not moving in with you. I'm not moving in with you. And you and your 23-year-old son can't move in with me. It's just not happening. Just not happening. But that was the situation. The 23-year-old son. Because, all right, you got a man and a woman. I'm not teaching the birds and the bees. You got a man and a woman. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. Live-in boyfriend and girlfriend. The 23-year-old son of the man lives in the house. That 23-year-old son is the one who set his father's girlfriend on fire, eventually killing her. They say he came in to her bedroom while I guess the father was not there. He assaulted her and he set her on fire. She ended up having to jump out the second floor window screaming because, she was on fire. And eventually she passed away. That's the whole situation with the man setting the woman on fire. It was the father's girlfriend that he set on fire. I'm not living with no 23-year-old man. Jack said he moving in if your daughter 23 though. No. That's a whole different potential. I mean, that could potentially be the same problem. But that's a whole new situation of circumstances that I wouldn't want to deal with. No. And if you ask me, which nobody did, it had to be more to it than that. Like they couldn't have. I say couldn't have. Anything is possible. But I feel like they couldn't have had the best of relationships. There had to be some friction there. Cause you don't just be like, man, I love my father's girlfriend. Like, oh man, we get along. You know what I'm saying? We be kicking it, having fun. Oh, she funny, she cool, she this, she that. And then just one day out of nowhere, you go set her on fire. That feel like a leap. So it feel like there was probably some tension, if not animosity, in the house. How old was the father's girlfriend? Hold on. Shoot, I closed that story. I closed the story. I don't know, but I can find it real quick. Oh, that was the lead story about an hour ago. Okay, there it is. 50. The father's girlfriend was 50. Jenna says, I agree. Sadly, there is more to that story. Got to be. Walter says it could have been jealousy. You get so jealousy in what way? Like you taking my father's attention? You're 23. So yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Hold on, let me get this phone. CK.
Hey, Mr. Livingston, had to catch you before you got up out of there.
Yes.
You feel me? Hey, man, great show. I just went to Kroger's. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Went to Kroger's, went grocery shopping.
You went to
Kroger.
You went to Kroger.
Kroger, yeah, you forgot. You said take the S off, making it plural.
Yes.
Correct English. You right. I went to Kroger, man. I was up in there, Norwood style. You hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. They was looking good up in there. You heard me? The customers.
What?
The customers was looking good.
The customers were looking good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
Hey, doing it.
All right.
Huh?
Okay.
You ever seen them up in there? You ain't never seen them women up in there looking good up in Kroger?
I'll be honest. When I go looking for grocery, I really don't be. I'm a married man. I don't just be, checking chicks out at the grocery store no more. So, I understand that you're a single dude. Everywhere is, women. So you checking them out. I'm married, bro.
Nah.
I ain't.
You the one they go after, the married ones, ain't it?
They did back in the day, but I, what I'm saying, as a short, fat, lazy dude, I ain't been getting a whole lot of holler lately, which is a good thing.
Yeah, like you said, I ain't say nothing up in there. I just, you got to keep, this the Me Too era. I can't say nothing now. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, man, I just had to check in. I just be wanting the views to go up before we hit there, because I still ain't made my first $1 million, man. This shit hurt. I still ain't made my first $1 million. And you talking about Lincoln got 10 of them over there.
10.5.
Woo. Hey, man, much love, much success to your family and everything. Keep it moving, man. Keep it moving.
All right. But CK,
Thank
as
you,
a single man, just so you know, as a single man, it's okay for you to try to holler at single women.
Hell no, I don't holler at her.
You don't get in trouble for shooting your shot. Don't grab her. You know what I'm saying? Don't be touching on her. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get in trouble for shooting your shot.
We headed to an era where shooting your shot is gonna be forbidden.
No, we're not.
Like, look,
no.
He made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't like the way he was looking at me.
No, it'll be at work. Don't shoot your shot.
Oh, okay.
Don't be inappropriate when you shoot your shot.
Mm-hmm.
But you can shoot your shot. Be responsible with it. You can't walk up to a woman talk about, "Ooh, I want to eat your," you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. That's inappropriate. Yeah, you might get in trouble for that.
Hell no, especially when they with the kids. It was one in there. She had 2 daughters and her son. I was like, man, like, look, hey, I take care of the whole family, baby. You know what I mean? I take care of the whole family. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
hold on. But don't lie either, bro. You can't tell me that you work at Church's Chicken and then you meet a woman talking about, I take care of your whole family. Now you lying. Now you lying.
Church's Chicken,
just
hey,
tell
that
her.
ain't nothing but a front.
Just
Church's Chicken, you know, we
it's a
slinging
front.
chickens up out of there.
Oh, I didn't know it was a
It's
front.
just like Dukes. Have you ever been to Dukeston?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about there. You see them high-ass prices. Ain't nobody never up in that joint because there's $25 for a chicken wing dinner. Get out of here. It's a front, man. Just because you got to have a job, you can't be out here free balling. You're going to be like, where you getting all that paper from? Look, I work at churches, slanging birds. That's how you got to live your life, man.
Oh, that's it. It's a front. Oh.
Yeah, all that stuff a front, man. Y'all them politicians, man, you got to get it how you live. It's Cincinnati. Avondale, we come from the same place. You know how hard it is out here, man. But I still ain't made that $1 million, though. That's what I'm aiming for. I just want one.
All right.
That's all I need. Yep.
Well,
hey, but yeah, thank you, man. What's up?
Nothing. I appreciate your call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you say? Hope something good, something great happens in your life. Ain't that what you say?
That's really close. Yes.
Yep. Hey, thank you, brother.
All right. Have a good one. All right. That's CK. I didn't know the Church's Chicken was a front. Church's Chicken is his kind of, he don't want to get caught on no like tax evasion type stuff. So he go buy a new car and they like, but you ain't got no job. Where you get this money? So he can be like, I work at Church's Chicken. And they like, oh, he got a W-2. It's a front. He make his real money the other way. The chicken spot is just, all right. I didn't know that. Now I know. I got a few more stories that I kind of want to get to, but I'm really only going to get to this last one. Tyler Perry, all y'all thought Tyler Perry bought BET. Y'all was on talking about Tyler Perry bought BET. Tyler Perry bought BET. Tyler Perry didn't buy BET. He trying to buy BET, maybe. But BET, Paramount saying, we want $3 billion. $3 billion is how much we want. And Tyler Perry now like, did you say $3 billion? Yeah, the report is that deal might fall apart because Tyler Perry don't want to pay $3 billion for the properties. VH1 and BET. He don't want to pay that much for them. So the deal might fall apart. And somebody else who reportedly is still in the running is Byron Allen. Byron Allen, still in the running to buy BET and VH1 from Paramount. So if the deal falls apart with Tyler Perry, which, again, reports are saying, like, he is really grumbling about the price. They're reporting that he's haggling, and his fierce haggling has begun to throw the sale into doubt. So he don't want to pay what they want. So we'll see what happens. I secretly kind of hope he don't buy it. Because then it'll be all Tyler Perry's just badly written, badly acted, terribly lit TV shows and movies. Not that that would be much worse than it is now, but But they say Byron Allen is, he's sitting on standby. Like, all right, Tyler, you gonna buy it, Tyler? Because I can buy it. You, hold on, you up first. Are you gonna buy it, bruh? Are you gonna buy it? Just so y'all know, if he don't buy it, I got that money. I'm all ready to go. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Diane says Tyler Perry and Byron Allen better go in together. And I think Byron Allen to do his own thing. I mean, he's got the resources and the backers probably to say, okay, here's a $3 billion. He tried to buy an NFL team. Of course, they didn't let him. But it wasn't like he didn't have the resources to do it. I think Denver. I think he was trying to buy Denver. He might even try to buy Washington too. So it's not that he didn't have the resources to do it. They just didn't let him do it. Again, I'm not watching the NFL. I have one of my two conditions have to be met. Either Colin Kaepernick need to get back in the league. That's looking less and less likely. Or they need a majority black owner. One of those two things. If they get a majority black owner, I'm back in. I was hoping it would be Byron. But Byron can buy BET. Byron can buy BET. You're right. They don't seem to want no blacks to buy a football team. And the dude that owned the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's not a white dude. He is a person of color. Khan. I know it's Tony Khan's father. I can't think of his name, though. But, yeah, I could say, but they got a person of color who's a majority. No, I need a black majority owner. It don't have to be a man, but I need a black American majority owner. They don't be going over to, nothing against, black people from other parts of the world, but I don't want a rich British dude buying into the NFL. So, but he's black. He ain't a black American. He ain't a black American. I want a black American. And then I'm back in. But all right, y'all, I got to get out of here. Wyatt might be on. I'm sorry. I didn't even check and see. Go check out Wyatt if he's on. He's always got good takes on stuff. And, good information. So go check him out. I plan on being back here tomorrow. There's no reason why I won't. I will get in my 30 minutes on this treadmill tonight. I will get in 30 minutes. I'll let y'all know how it go. And I got no reason to lie. So if I don't do it, I'll tell you I didn't do it. But go check out Wyatt. He do a good show. Go check him out. Agree or disagree. Call him if you disagree with him. He take calls. Call him if you disagree with him. He take calls. Y'all can talk about it. Now, he ain't never admitted to me when he was wrong. But he will take calls and discuss stuff with you. One of these days, he going to be like, you're right. You're right, E. I was wrong about that. Well, he ain't never admitted yet that he was wrong. Jack says, are you going to check Wyatt out? Seems like you don't watch the show. If I didn't watch the show, how could I call in when I call in? But I won't be checking him out today. Told you I got to go to Bible study. On days when I'm out doing stuff, no, I don't watch him. What I look like being in Bible study, watching Wyatt. I'm working. But when I get the opportunity, yeah, I watch Wyatt and I call him. I watch him and I call him. And we have long, drawn out discussions because we can't talk for 5 minutes. We really can't. I done tried to, and I'm sure he done tried it. He done called me like, hey, I just got a couple minutes. Let me ask you so and so and so. And about an hour and a half later, it's like, bro, I got to get off this phone. Every time I talk to Wyatt, we talk for probably, I think maybe 45 minutes is like the shortest time we've ever had a conversation. And that might be selling it short. So, but yeah, no, I watch Wyatt. I listen and I call. So you can do the same. All right, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You know, spending a little bit of time, whether you agree or whether you disagree. I appreciate y'all's support. I got to head over to the Bible study. I want you to have an amazing rest of the day. All right? And I hope something fantastic and life-changing happens to you by the end of the day. All right? Till next time. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm the King of Talk. This has been the Afternoon Experiment. I'm out, y'all. Peace.